What's going on, guys? Kulprit here, and welcome back again. Now, I just ended my Battlefield Hardline Beta 2 impressions. I guess that's how I'll summarize that. It was just kind of a review and impressions of the beta. I had a large text file here, and of course, like I am prone to do, it ran about 23 minutes, which, you know, it's just my style. I get very wrapped up in these things. I like to talk. I like to be thorough. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my verdict and my plan moving forward for Hardline. And I didn't want to feel rushed with that, so I decided to break it into two videos. I hope you understand. It's not me being clickbait or to be continued or cliffhangered. It's just actually trying to make it more digestible for you guys. So again, I want to talk a little bit about how I went into this beta before I get into how I'm coming out of it. I had very little expectations for this. I was very much a skeptic. I had a lot of carryover of bitterness and things. And you know what? I felt like that was fairly warranted. If you're going to label this game as well Battlefield, then I think free game, guys. Like, if they're going to leverage the brand of Battlefield to sell this game, it's fair to use any kind of hangover effect from Battlefield 4 into this game. I think that's fair play, and I don't really kind of fault people for doing that. There's enough similarity here, again, that, you know, people obviously are going to have reservations. I've seen the price point argued a lot, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't feel like this was as much a copy-paste. I've mentioned that. I didn't feel like this was just a DLC for Battlefield 4. I did feel like there was enough uniqueness here to warrant a new game, especially when you're factoring in that it's a new dev house. I thought that was good. Let's kind of put up a wall there. Let's totally separate the two. I'm okay with that, even if it involves me paying a little bit extra. So as I went into the beta, I didn't have much expectations. I didn't have much hope either. I wasn't going to be disappointed because, you know, I think my initial feeling on Hardline was like, okay, this is cool because the Hardline is going to cause or drive Battlefield 4 to be improved through the CTE, as we've seen. So I'm going to get an improved Battlefield 4, which I've already bought and paid for. I do love Battlefield 4, and I'm still playing it. So my initial reaction was, this is cool. Hardline's going to come. Either I'm going to get a good game, and I'm going to play that game, or I'm not going to get a good game, or I'm going to get a game I don't enjoy, and that's going to drive improvement for Battlefield 4, the game I do enjoy. And a lot of people are going to leave Battlefield 4 and go play Hardline, and I'm going to be left here with Battlefield 4 to just play it. Play an improved Battlefield 4 with only people that want to play it. So I kind of felt a little bit like a win-win. And then when the first beta came around for Hardline, I was not impressed at all. I did not like it, did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy some of the decisions that were being made. I did not feel like, you know, that waypoint, that directionality they gave us, with, you know, because we didn't know going into the first beta what it was going to be. Based on that first beta, the directionality that they gave me, I was not going down that path. It was not going to be for me. Surprisingly enough for me, when I got into this new beta, I really enjoyed it. And I'm just going to say that. I enjoyed it. As I got into the nuts and bolts in the last video of kind of things I liked, things I didn't like, things I thought were good, things I didn't think were good, things I want to see changed, things I want to see improved. This one, I'm just going to say, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I played Battlefield in 1 week. I put in the most hours in a Battlefield game in the last beta week than I have in the last 6, 7, 8 months in Battlefield 4. I wanted to play it every night. And now I'm sitting here, what is this, Wednesday. The beta's been closed for 2 days. I'm sad that it's closed. I enjoyed it. I had fun. There was warts, yes, and I addressed a lot of those in the previous video. But Battlefield 4 has warts. Call of Duty has warts. Titanfall had warts. Arma has warts. You know, every game we kind of go in has problems with it at this point, which is, you know, a whole other video for another day. But through those things, I really enjoyed it. There's a couple main areas why that is. First one being, this game was clearly made for me. You know, and a lot of you guys, whether you're going to call me a COD noob or you're going to understand, is up to you. I'm an infantry guy. I'm a ground pounder. I don't do the tank play. I don't do chopper play. I don't do jets. I have issues with what those things bring to the table for me as an infantry guy. This game was made for infantry players, even though it's not infantry, it's cops and robbers. You know what I'm saying. It's ground pounders. That's what this game is for. That's what this game is focused around, and I love that. I love the fact that I don't feel impotent at any moment. I love the fact that a tank rolls in on an objective, and I don't feel like I just have to, you know, put my head between my knees and just take it. There's nothing I can do as an assault guy or whatever, you know. I always have an option in this game. It might be hard. It's hard to take down a vehicle with an assault rifle, sure, but I can. I can shoot the driver out, or I can put a nade under it, or I can slowly damage it. Yes, I have an effect on the match at all times. I have a profound effect as a solo player. I have a huge effect as a simple squad. Love that. I love that about this game. The biggest thing for me that reverberates through everything and every decision I make, I love dying to guns again. You know, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3 was, I would say, more on the infantry spectrum. Those maps were clearly more popular and more played. DICE knew it. They cited metrics. They cited analytics that pointed to that. And then they just decided to go a completely different way for Battlefield 4 and say, screw all your desires, screw all of our metrics. We're making a vehicle-focused game in Battlefield 4. I don't know why they did that. I think sometimes they think they know better than we do, and they're very stubborn in their decisions, and I think that's all reflected in Battlefield 4. This game, for me, and I'm not saying, Visceral's doing anything revolutionary here, but for me as a player, returns to my roots, returns to what I love, and it's so much fun to get killed by guns. I'm not getting killed by tanks. I'm not getting killed by AC-130s. I'm not getting killed by UCAVs. I'm not getting killed by mortars. I'm not getting killed by remote mortars. I'm getting killed by guns. Even if it's a gun in a helicopter, it's a gun. And it's really nice. It's really refreshing. Now, of course, and again, I addressed this in the previous video, there's things that go around that cause great frustration. They cause me problems. But at the core of it, typically when I die, and I do have some hopes, and I hope they kind of make some announcements towards the CTE program for Hardline. If it will have one or not, that will obviously affect my opinion. That typically when I die is one of two outcomes. I either made a mistake or I got outplayed. Now, right now, there's some gray area in there. There's some silliness going on. I don't know what's going on. That happens with all Battlefield games. Clearly, I still have that in Battlefield 4. We aren't sure, especially with the really bad kill cam in Hardline. Sometimes I'm like, what just I don't know what just happened there. I don't know. But when you can get me to the point where either I die because I can sit there and either go, all right, I made a mistake there, that's why I died, or B, I got outplayed. That guy outplayed me. Cool. Great job. You had the right weapon for the right engagement. You had the right positioning. Whatever it may be, I can accept that, move on, respawn. I'm going to come and get you. Love that. Love the fact I'm dying to guns again. Secondly, and I've hit this a little bit, I love the individual effect I'm able to have. I play a lot of lone wolf. I play a lot of solo. I'm able to have a lot of effect on this game. To me, it's no coincidence that you give me an infantry-based game without all the BS piled on top of it, and I'm winning 80% of my matches. My KD is not great. Hotwire will just shred your KD, clearly. But look at that win-loss. I was probably pushing about an 80% win-loss. And that's only going to go up as I get more familiar with maps and modes. It's probably going to get harder, too, as other people get familiar. But you get my point. I'm able to have a profound effect on each match. Group me up with a couple competent players in my squad. Forget about it. If for you to win a match against that, it's going to take a lot. Because we're going to play hard, and we're going to play right, and we're going to always be moving. And I love that. I love that coordinated play with a couple friends. We are going to really roll. And we're going to be a really competitive enemy for anybody that comes onto that server. I like that a lot. Now, as far as overall worry, I worry that Hardline is being built around two teams, in essence, chasing each other. While what I want, and what I've been talking about, is where I want two teams pushed together. It's no secret. Rush was one of my favorite game modes in Battlefield. I don't even say Battlefield 4 because it's not in Battlefield 4. Where Rush pushes you together. There's that front line. Everybody has this expectation of battle. We know where it is. Let's go fight it. I love that. This is part of the reason I'm not so big on Conquest. I feel like it's a merry-go-round. We always say that, oh, it's a flag merry-go-round. Well, that happens, and that happens to some degree in Domination and things as well. Obliteration's a little bit like capture this thing and run away from everybody. I want more pushing together like Rush, and we have some of that in Heist. I think, Conquest are small enough maps, there's just collisions everywhere, but, Hotwire and things, it's more about, and same thing in Heist can be said the same thing, you grab a package, you run away. I don't want people running away, I don't want people chasing, I want people being driven together, and I want combat in that sense. Push together, being put up against each other, and that's kind of my hope. Only time will tell. We have to see the other maps, the other game modes. I'm very excited to see what Crosshair is like, the kind of VIP mode. That really intrigues me, so I'll be interested to see that. So where do I stand? What am I going to do, Kulprit? A lot of you guys asked me this on Twitter. I will not be pre-ordering this game. That is basically on principle. I don't care how they incentivize it. There's only one way you're going to get me to pre-order this game, and that is with a massive price cut. If you get me down, it's from 60 to, give me like a 40% cut. Get me down like $35, something like that. I will pre-order this game, but I will pre-order it basically just on the discount. And even then, I will think about it because I will feel like the pot will get sweetened as we get closer to release, although we're fairly close already. But on principle alone, I don't care how you incentivize it. You can't incentivize me to pre-order this game through weapons, through skins, through battle packs. Good lord, I'm so sick of battle packs. No, it's not going to happen. I will not be pre-ordering this game. Right now, the plan will be to not order it on launch, but that week I'm going to monitor it. I'm going to see how it launches. I'm going to pay attention before launch to how they kind of officially statement they're going to make some of these changes. How are they going to affect the time to kill? How are they going to affect shotguns? How are the maps playing out? I'm sure we're going to get some previews from the Ranku guys. These are things I'm going to pay attention to. I want to see what's going on. A lot of the information that's going to be coming out between now and release will affect I guess how quickly I pick the game up. Now, if I had to sit here and tell you I don't know if I'm going to buy the game, that's probably disingenuous to you. But a lot of that is affected by being a YouTuber. A lot of that is affected by my A-Squad buddies have already pre-ordered it, the sheep that they are. No, and I understand their points. So, I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's probably will buy it. It's a matter of when. I love first-person shooters. I love the Battlefield franchise. I'm more inclined to pick it up anyway. It's what price point can I get it to get good value to me. So I will plan to monitor release. To me, I see as this point right now, I see absolutely no reason to pre-order this game. I see no incentive worth pre-ordering this game. Even if you know you're going to get it, wait. What's the harm? Buy it 2 minutes before launch and you're still pre-ordering it. But wait, get as much information as you possibly can. Let them sweat it out as much as they can. The more they sweat it out, the more nervous they get about those pre-order numbers. Guess what? The sweeter the deal you get. So if I could make one message to everybody and get on a huge soapbox and get on PewDiePie's YouTube channel and be like, guys, don't pre-order any games. All you're doing is giving them the leverage. Every pre-order game you get, they feel more comfortable. They're not going to give you any more. Look at Medal of Honor Warfighter. Terrible game. I didn't like the game at all. Some of you do. It's neither here nor there. They were not happy about the pre-order numbers. They ended up giving you a 50% discount before the release. I'd love to see that with this game because I do have a feeling pre-order numbers are down. It's interesting to see how it's going to be ramped up. I think they're going to sweeten the deal. And if you are patient and they wait, hopefully you get a better deal. So that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting. I'm letting them sweeten the pot. If I can get a nice discount on price, be it through Origin or, Green Man Gaming, something like that, I'll pull the trigger. Something around, $35 probably would be enough for me to get it. Even if it means I have to kind of run the risk of paying full price later, that's fine. But come launch week, I'm going to watch it and see how it launches. We've had a lot of, infamous launches, not only in the first-person shooter, but you got SimCity, all these games that are just bad at launch. So I'm going to let you guys kind of test it out. Let you guys tell me. I have a lot of friends that I trust. I have YouTubers that I trust. I have people on Twitter that I trust. And that's another piece of advice. Figure out who you trust, guys. A lot of YouTube is now media. And media and news outlets cannot be trusted. So figure out who you trust. And kind of, when you entrust someone with that, be very careful with that. Because you can be led astray. So trust your friends, trust people that you know, trust certain YouTubers that perhaps you have a relationship over a long time and aren't in it for a livelihood, perhaps. I'm not casting aspersions. There's some big time YouTubers that I do trust. But be careful whose advice and impressions you choose to follow. But make this decision for yourself, I would say. And so for me, again, reiterate it, I will not be pre-ordering unless there's a massive price cut. I will not be buying launch day unless I get totally swept up in the hype and the price is right. Otherwise, I'm going to monitor with you guys. And then if launch day goes well and day 2 goes well and there's no real server issues and all these things going on, yes, I will probably jump on the parade. I'm excited actually to play this game. I'm excited to see how they improve this game. I am way closer to buying this game coming out of beta than I was going in. It's shocking how far this beta moved it over to me. And I understand a lot of you guys had issues with this beta. I didn't really have it. I didn't crash once. The netcode was some concern. I didn't really have any lag issues. So I think I'm in a good place right now. Is like I'm just gonna be patient, and I'm hopefully gonna get the game I want. But if I don't, I'm okay with that too, as long as I get it at the right price point. So I hope that made some sense for you guys. I hope that answers all your questions. You guys come to me on Twitter. This one went long as well, so I'm definitely glad I wrapped up the other one. But again, guys, let me know what your plan of attack is for the Hardline release. I know a lot of you guys out there pre-ordered it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your money. You spend it how you want. I just wish those of you guys on the fence that aren't sure yet, just hold off. I think you might get a better deal in the long run that way. And let me know what you're going to do. How are you going to wait and see out releasing things? I'd be interested to hear, especially kind of because I think some of you guys will probably surprise me. But thanks so much for listening, guys. I look forward to talking possibly some Hardline with you in the future. I'm not giving up on Battlefield 4. It's not being uninstalled. I'm going to continue playing that either way. So I think it could really be a win-win situation for those of us that are interested in Hardline. Those of you that have already written off Hardline and are not interested, well, Battlefield 4 is about to probably get some announcements soon on continuing content for that as well. So again, I think there's good news for everybody on the horizon, hopefully. I will talk to you next time, guys. Take care.